All right, let's get this on record. Been shorting all the way down. It's been so choppy and swingy. The problem is that when it gets to the bottom, a clear direction is so easy for everybody, almost every trading style. But when things go sideways for a minute, that's when we can really get stuck. I had multiple troubles down here when it was going sideways. I had a good short right there, and then it starts to go sideways. And so I had 3 losses in a row and 1 small win. Another loss up here because I thought it was going to keep going. And that was a loss. That was a loss. Oh, lots of losses going on today on this particular account. And you can see right here, boom, 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 over and over and over. This was a small win, though, actually. But once it crossed, and it all started, I was really debating on whether I should be shorting on this green candle, strong green candle, as it's going up over the 5 EMA. But both these moving averages, the 5 and the 8, are still down. So that's an area where it can reverse, and it did reverse on this next red candle, right? So I'm not too mad at myself for shorting in that area. Shorting this candle here, I would not have been happy about. I did not do that. Then I was waiting for it to close below, and now it's time to short again, okay? Even if I lose, this is the time to short. Price is closing on the other side of all the moving averages. Price is down here now, going down. So that's when I shorten. So I just wanted to make the video about, and once it closed, where did it close at? Somewhere, yeah, right in this area right here. Nice little close below that pivot line that we see right there. So it's time to short, but we've got to be careful if it's in this range. If it's going to be in a range, it's not going to do a whole lot of good. So it's a big challenge right now. If we look at, the 15-minute chart looks good for a short, though. Real good for a short. And the hourly chart's still nice and strong. So the 5-minute chart is starting to roll back. So I just got to, I really wanted to take some more shorts, but I'd like a little bit bigger pullback. We might not get it. So yeah. All right, let's see what happens. All right, I have to stress, don't be afraid to take the trade. Don't be afraid to take the trade. Once it started closing below all the moving averages, that was the time to take the trade. It doesn't matter how many times I've lost before. Here's all the great setups. I would have taken that, any of these. It just so happens that I finally took one way down here, recognizing that it had been down so far. I broke even as fast as possible. So it was not a loss, at least. It would have been a loss, but it wasn't. But I missed a lot of these. I don't know why I didn't jump in it. It could have been a delay, a procrastination because of some reluctancy with the fear. But I just keep drilling myself. Don't be afraid to take the trade. If you have the setup short on the 5-minute chart, don't be afraid to take the trade on the 250 tick chart. It doesn't matter how many times you lose, take the trade. Okay, except if we are in some kind of consolidation area, we need to be extra careful, like these trades over here in these pintails. None of those worked, but you never would have known that. You have to take the trade. You got the red bar coming down below the moving averages. You had this pintail coming down below the moving averages, looking like a short, and you got to take those trades. I understand, don't take it up here, and possibly don't even take it up here because it's above the moving averages and the 8 and the 5 is going up. They didn't cross yet, but they're pointed up, and then you get the close below, and then you have the next candle continuation down. So waiting for the price to be on the proper side of the moving averages is pretty good, except for when it's in the middle here. I don't have a problem with it being in the middle. These pintails right here were the problem. Don't short here. Possibly short. I guess a short up here might be as risky as a short right here, because price moves up into the middle of the momentum lines and it's going up in a strong candle. So trying to short in that can be very tricky. All right. Then you have the 8 and the 5 EMAs pointed up. They haven't crossed yet, but it's above. When price starts is up here above those, even though it's a red candle, you got to be extra careful with shorting. But once it closes below, then you have the best opportunity. So I just want to drill that into my head. Now we have something where the opportunity could be good, and sometimes on a consolidation, it can break down right after a consolidation at a pivot low. At a pivot low, we get a consolidation and a continuation is possible. So this could turn out to be a really good trade, or it can just simply be consolidating at a low level, go back up to these highs, and continue to chop around these momentum lines. That is also a possibility. So whatever short we take, we got to make sure it's a really good entry and we break even as fast as possible, or don't take any trades at all right now until it does break down. I think once it breaks down, that might be a better opportunity instead of trying to catch it in the middle. But like right here, it's too sideways, really. And I'm not sure if I like that. So we'll wait. Okay, I came really close to hitting my maximum loss for that one account. We're still green for the day, barely. But now we have price closing like it did over here in this green candle above the moving averages. Okay, so we have it trying to do that again right here. So I took a little scalp to the upside right here. Didn't hold it very long, but it's so choppy, man. But I think we're about to switch positions. It did a liquidity sweep here, couple pintails. Now if it closes above these two momentum lines, I'm going to be looking to go long. So we'll see if it gives us that opportunity to go long. Okay, I did get a scalp right here at a pivot line. I was looking for it to consolidate at this pivot level right here, and we got long. Stop was right underneath that, and when it went up about 2 to 3 to 1 or whatever it was, we got out. All right, I'm gonna try one more. Hopefully this will work. We're underneath the pivot level where it tested it a second time after breaking out of this consolidation. Prices closed above the moving averages on the 5-minute chart. Clearly that's a change of direction, at least on the intermediate there. So we're going to try it. It's probably getting right back in where I got out. So I could still be in this trade over here had I not gotten out for the profit. So it's the same trade risk that it was before. It's just I got back in it. Okay, we're on break even, hit 1 to 1 right there. I'm just trying to see how far we can get on this thing. I got a target up here at a pivot level at almost 2 to 1. Let's see if it gets up that high. Thinking about taking some profits now, but on the 5-minute chart, could get stuck on that pivot level, but we got a target up here too. If this is going to be a strong reversal, I think I'll take my profits. I'll take my profits on that. It's over a 1 to 1 return, and it's coming close to these pivot levels over here. And that's where it's at right now. I should mark that and see if it breaks through it. Well, I should have stayed in it. By the time I marked it, it was already at this target I was talking about. So that's a bummer, but it's exciting. We're greener than we were, so that's good.